welcome back, everybody. As you may not have known, this is a very big fucking place. And the snake dealer seems to have surrounded himself with protective snakes.
You'll feel the sting of my venom.
Oh, it is a combo. My god, that looked brutal. Gonna just take out your snake. Yeah, well, you're gonna feel my fucking flames, bro.
Help! You can't stop me.
I do a lot of fire damage, bro.
His death should keep friends of Pericles safe.
Oh, I almost died. I'm gonna take out all your fucking snakes, bro. Sup, home
Looks like your
slice?
situation's improved since we last met.
The danger has passed for now. But while those monsters are out there, no one is safe.
A group of fishermen tied you up. They were being used by a snake dealer working for enemies of Athens.
What did you do with them?
I showed them the error of their ways and sent them on their way. They won't be bothering you again.
I'm glad no blood was shed. But how do you know they won't return?
I made it very clear that doing anything stupid would make me angry.
Well, that must have been a terrifying experience for them. Thank you for your help, Misthios. I'll be sure to mention this to Pericles.
That's everything Pericles wanted. Time to return to him and find out what these Athenians know about my mother.
Alright, yeah. Real quick, before we do that, I want to go hit that synchronization point. Because Athens is a big fucking city.
Skill and craftsmanship.
Goddess of war and wisdom. Does it please you, I wonder, to watch your city on the verge of battle?
I'm gonna have to have a talk with him. How am I gonna climb you? Ah, from the back. Climbing on Athena's ass. Something tells me that this will become less figurative later in the game. Snakes all over her shoulders. That's a little terrifying. Damn, look how big this city is. And to think, in Total War, it falls like a bitch. But it is a big city. Phew! Alright, who are you?
I might have a job for you. If you're as good a fighter as I've heard.
You've heard of me?
Don't let it go to your head. I hear about everything that happens in this city, Misthios.
With flattery like that, how could I possibly turn you down?
I'm not trying to flatter you. I'm trying to hire you. I need some Spartan military targets removed.
I'll help you, if I can. Depending on what it is you need. General...
Demosthenes,
Very good.
my spies tell me the Spartans are mobilizing. What I want you to do is hamstring them. Get into their forts and remove the commanders in charge.
I guess that makes sense.
I'm thrilled you approve. You'll need to bring me the seals of the commanders you kill as proof. You'll be amply rewarded.
Those don't seem like standard Athenian tactics.
They're not. But it will work, and that's what matters. We've already lost too many Athenians to those savages using traditional warfare. The other generals disagree, but I refuse to let them destroy our chances.
What do they want to do?
They want honorable face-to-face warfare, pitting our forces directly against the Spartans. We're not going to win a contest of strength against those brutes. We need to outthink them. So, will you kill the commanders?
Yeah, let's do it.
I'll take the job.
Good. I might not have approval to deploy our men to do this, but I'm not about to let that stop me.
What's so special about these seals?
Only elite Spartan commanders carry these seals, those in charge of entire forts. They'd all die before parting with them. So bring me the seals as proof that they're dead.
Where can I find them?
The Spartans have been making inroads into Athenian territory, taking over forts that once belonged to us. Make them pay for every inch.
What's your strategy?
Whatever it takes to protect Athenian lives and kill Spartans.
That's not what I meant. What's your personal strategy?
My career is none of your business. Know that I don't seek much. Only proper recognition of my strategic brilliance.
Yeah, that's not much.
You told me enough.
Alright. Creating opportunity. We'll do that one next. Right now, let's go to the symposium. Woo! Donk. Yeah!
Surprise, motherfucker!
Alexios, it's you!
Holy shit!
You promised we'd see each other again, and now we have.
I also said stay out of trouble.
Which I have.
How did you
Okay, almost out of trouble.
How did you get here?
How did you even get here, Phoebe?
Well, I did make some drachmi working for Marcos.
So you paid someone to bring you to Athens?
Not exactly.
Phoebe...
I needed a drachmi for when I arrived. I couldn't use it all to leave, and I didn't want to wait any longer. So I sneaked on a ship. Don't worry, nobody saw.
I just can't believe you made it.
I don't remember much of Athens from when I was a baby. But every once in a while, something feels familiar. It's nice.
I can't believe you're here.
Me either. I can't believe we both made it to Athens. It's so much different from Kefalonia.
But what are you doing here?
I'm here to get you ready. I have to make sure you leave all your weapons and change into these clothes.
So, you somehow work here? For Pericles?
No, for Aspasia.
How is it you're working for Aspasia?
Well, I did get into a little bit of trouble after I got to Athens. I may have been a leader of a small group of orphans that tried to cheat Aspasia. We didn't know it was her, though.
And you convinced her to hire you?
No, she asked me on her own.
That was lucky.
I was gonna say, she didn't
I
just have
don't
you
understand
killed.
why I have to change.
It's just what you do here. I felt weird at first, but you forget about it pretty fast.
And my weapons?
Don't worry, I'll take care of them. We don't want to scare people in there.
Well... I think
Fine.
I'm ready to go in.
You can't! Not like that, anyway. The Athenians like it best when you try to fit in. But don't worry, I have just the outfit for you.
Yeah,
I'll get
fine.
changed. Promise you'll take care of my things.
Yep. Leave your weapons in the corner.
As much as I'd like to be
and I'll
like,
come back
I
when
would
you're done.
not. Because I want my spear on me. I don't want Phoebe to get in
I
trouble.
feel uncomfortable in this.
Now you look like everyone else.
You say that like it's a good thing.
It is. If you want them to take you seriously, this is the easiest way. Trust me.
Is that everything?
You're all ready to go in.
My
Don't worry,
question is,
you've done
why
scarier
is
things
it
than this.
I'm
that the
struggling to
shoulders
think
are
of any
held
right
with
now.
pins?
Are you sure I can't keep just one weapon with me?
No weapons. Now hurry and go in. Oh, and don't leave without saying bye. You just got here. You can't leave already.
Here, Alexios. The mighty mercenary and traveler has finally made his grand entrance. Only slightly late, too.
Herodotus. Athenians have no problem letting me know when I'm not welcome. It's a relief to see your friendly face.
Don't let the company here tonight intimidate you.
I won't.
Pericles is no king. He needs these guests to love him so that the people love him. And they, in turn, need Pericles. You're no different from any of them.
Do you really think these people will help me?
They will if you get them to trust you. And you've wisely dressed for the occasion. Appearing trustworthy is the most important part of being trusted, after all. Now then, come.
Okay, so if I'd said I'm not gonna get changed, it would be more difficult for them to trust
But
me.
this group holds the way to the future on the tip of their
He
opinion.
just took the whole bowl!
Sophocles and Euripides. Two of the most celebrated playwrights today. No one can throw stones as far as they can. They appear to be locked in some kind of intellectual struggle, as is their way.
He's a writer of comedies, of all things. Comedies, Euripides.
It looks more like a lover's quarrel to me.
Hermippos has also written his fair share of comedies.
You should drink more.
Lately, his attitudes have garnered him more notice than his works. However, the fellow beside him, Protagoras, is a sophist worthy of as much praise as the great Socrates himself.
Inviting Socrates seems like a good way to ruin everyone's night. I'm surprised they would let him in the door.
Oh, don't let Socrates get under your skin. At least he wore shoes for the occasion. And the poor thing gesticulating like an ape is Thrasymachos. If you listen closely, you'll notice he and Socrates are actually arguing the same points. But the wind from his wild gestures deafens him to critique.
That isn't at all what I mean.
Where is Pericles?
Oh, he never attends his own parties. Which reminds me, there's something I need to get his help with.
Vile Socrates, always appearing where I least expect him. Warrior, protect me from his amorous gaze. Oh, Alcibiades, this is not a time for jealousy, but for love.
I'm about to punch a naked dude.
Let's not use Alcibiades as an example. Be good, and don't drink too much. So, tell me, what does a Misthios like you think of a party like this?
I mean, to be truthful, I don't think parties are his specialty.
This is going to be a long night. Parties should be about vomiting up blood, not vomiting up poetry. These people are so clean.
If these guests aren't to your own unique tastes, then just focus on why you came here in the first place.
Thank you, Herodotus.
Now, if you'll excuse me, Pericles is here somewhere, and I need to prepare him. If he's alone, I'll tell him what your sister said.
Agreed.
Don't leave me
Pericles
alone.
needs
I like
to
that.
know. I'll stay here and look for clues.
I hope they know something about your mother.
Me too.
Alright, let's take a gander. I wish I had my bird.
Of course, I only use the terms war or god or civility in the context of what can be observed. So I can observe soldiers fighting, but does that bring me any closer to understanding war? I haven't seen you around before, citizen. Perhaps you'd like to spare me conversing with this man of nonsense?
Sure, we can talk. What about?
Before Protagoras changed the subject, we were talking about the next great leader of Athens, Cleon.
I'll change the subject again. I'm looking for someone. A Spartan woman.
Spartan? Hopefully she's dead in the gutters. It's better than those mongrels deserve. I wonder if you found the woman, even if you saw her with your own eyes, Would you believe her existence to be true?
This is getting nowhere. Forget it.
If you don't want to discuss that, then what?
If you're an ally of Cleon, why would Pericles invite you?
You're not from Athens, outsider. Here, we keep our enemies closest of all.
Why isn't Aspasia here?
Can you be certain she isn't? To observe her presence is still no guarantee that she is here.
What are
In my
you
opinion,
smoking?
it's just like her to cower in the shadows while we stand out here in the light.
This has been useless. Here.
You're back.
Yes.
This has been...
So, I can't just ask about my mother because I forget that everyone here has a major disdain for Spartans.
Infuriating air bladder. I've had my fill.
Perhaps later. First, explain to me your point again. And so it isn't the rich and powerful, but the gods who are the source of justice?
What? No! Have you been listening to nothing I say?
A new face in Pericles' abode! Ha! That in itself is a remarkable thing. You must have seen me doing my impression of Cleon. I call it the Orange Ape. Tell me, what does it think?
Don't call me it, or I have a name.
Did you just call me it? Watch your mouth, Athenian.
It speaks, and so feisty too. Sometimes I wonder if I'm doomed to be the only young and beautiful thing here. So, what do they call you?
Alexios.
I wouldn't peg you as an Alexios, but never mind. I'm Aristophanes, and this man is Euripides. Oh, go on. Introduce yourself.
I'm Euripides.
For a playwright, you're not much for words.
Good men lead quiet lives, as old Euripides likes to say. Don't you, Euripides? Now, if
He's
you'll
an
excuse us, I
introvert.
was just about to dazzle this old dog with my impression of Pericles. I call it the wooden board.
The man is your host.
Under every stone hides a politician, I always say. And Pericles is no different. It's come back for more. Care to see my impression of Protagoras? I call it the flapping bladder.
I'm sure he wouldn't.
Well, if you'll excuse us, I'm working on my impression of you. I call it the pretty monkey.
I'm gonna hit that
Care for
button
another
one more
impression?
time.
My favorite is Sophocles.
That one isn't funny.
Well, if you'll excuse us, I'm working on my impression of you. I call it the pretty monkey.
Yeah, you've told me that before.
Thank you for your help, my friend.
Oh, it's Snake Man.
Someone's being hurt. Open this door, or I'll kick it in!
Don't mind her. She likes to watch.
What? What the fuck?
Look at you. Such authority. Such aggression. I can see why Pericles has taken such an interest in you. Did you come to join us?
Absolutely
someone who's in
not.
pain.
Well, it can sometimes be hard to distinguish between sounds of pleasure and pain.
I'm gonna break every bone in your body if I step in that door.
Wide open for you.
I thought this party was tame, even by Athenian standards. Until now.
Let them have their meeting of the minds. I'm more interested in meeting other parts.
Ali, we're out of oil again.
Ali?
You know they like you when they give you a pet name. There's more olive oil in the kitchen, but Aspasia keeps complaining about me walking unencumbered through her symposiums.
You mean naked?
It sounds so good when you say it.
I only came to this symposium to find someone.
Sounds like we can help each other then, doesn't it? You fetch us a bit of oil, I help you find who you're looking for. Maybe they're in here.
I highly
She's
doubt it.
not in there.
I think I'll check all the same.
Yeah,
You have enough
no.
servants? Get them to do it.
Shame. If you change your mind, I promise to pour the oil on you and lick it off.
Yep. Nope. Nope. The moment the goat walked out of that room, I knew I did not want to go in there.
I suppose you've come in here to mock me for my fight with Euripides.
I've seen lots of fights. That wasn't one.
I really made a fool of myself this time, didn't I? I'm Sophocles, though I'm sure you knew that. And you are?
I am looking for information that'll help me find someone. A Spartan woman.
A Spartan woman in Athens. Sounds intriguing. Though, if you expect me to notice someone other than myself, you expect too much. You could talk to Euripides. He's the second most worldly man here. That pediculous, xanthodontus exophthalmic Morosov. But he doesn't talk without a drink.
I have no idea what that meant.
No, you don't.
Oh my god, I want to kill you.
So, we get him drunk, and he talks. He sounds more Argive than Athenian.
Impressive foreigner. Euripides is from Argos.
Alright, if nothing else, this party could use the help.
You'll need to pick the right wine for this task. The kitchen should have what you need. Let me know when Euripides is done in, and I'll slip away unseen.
How do you know Pericles?
I believe you mean to ask me, how does Pericles know you? I am the greatest dramatist in the land, mentor to Euripides, lover of Asclepios, father of theater, and so on, and so on.
I'm sure it's a real honor to have you hiding in his kitchen. You're awfully worked up over Euripides. You sure you're just friends?
I'm never just anything, foreigner. Though I confess, Euripides and I hold a bond deeper than brotherhood. Why he slams it with a banal young plaything, Aristophanes, I will never know.
You two used to bone,
get
and
the
then
wine.
he found someone younger.
Now, if you want some friendly advice, Aristophanes cannot stand sweet wine. I've seen what it can do to him. Absolutely, horrifyingly delightful.
It wouldn't be a party without someone losing their stomach. I'll let you know if your plan worked.
Sweet wine.
Save for that arrogant playwright. I don't see many distinguished guests in here. Can I help you with something?
I'm here for
wine.
your sweet wine.
Yes, take it. But get out of my kitchen. I'm very busy, you know.
Care for another impression? My favorite is Sophocles.
That one isn't...
When I need to relax, I start to fight. For you, though.
Quickly, bring him some wine so that he might say something clever.
After my argument with Sophocles, I think I'd rather keep my head clear.
I'm only here because I'm searching for someone.
And yet it gave us the distinct impression it was here to fill our wine. Let's...
You and
Drinking
Aristophanes both
competition.
Use a drink. Let's play a game.
A competition?
Ah, wonderful idea. Euripides seems quiet, but he never turns down a challenge.
Well, if you brought us some wine, I wouldn't be opposed to showing this young one how we Argives drink.
Let's
do it.
conjure Dionysos, shall we?
This is pure swill.
Amateur.
In my day, this would be considered nectar of the gods. Another round!
Ready for more?
I don't want him to talk in between drinks.
Ah, I can hardly stomach this pig's piss.
I could outdrink both of you with one hand. Let's have some more!
Hold on.
Pericles has invited all of you here for some reason.
Either we dine here and praise Pericles, or we dine with Cleon. But Cleon has all the charm of a typical politician. A horrible voice, bad breeding, and vulgar manners.
Why don't you just apologize to Sophocles?
It's he who should apologize to you.
Sophocles is a friend, and one good friend is worth an entire family. He just needs time to recover from his outburst.
You ready for another?
Alright, the moment the first guy pukes and leaves. Yeah!
This wine is terrible.
You, I like you. Who brought you here?
I brought myself. I'm on the trail of a woman who fled Sparta a long time ago.
Fled? Why?
She lost 2 children. She had no choice.
Because I got hurled from a cliff.
Euripides, write her into a play.
I've heard Spartan mothers go to a sanctuary in Argolis to beg Asclepios for his divine pity. I should know, it's my home.
After what she went through, I'm not sure she would trust priests.
Then she sought my friend, Hippocrates. He's a physician, best of the best. He still keeps his office in Argos. If she went to him for help, there's no doubt he'd have given it.
I love getting drunk and singing. Come back if you want to sing with me.
I'll think about it. Hippocrates in Argos. Here I come.
How's Euripides? Drunk, I hope.
You can stop hiding in here. Euripides won't notice you coming out. He won't notice anything.
Hiding? Heed this. War has come to Athens. First they take our homes, then they take our heads. I intend to be found with at least my dignity intact. Or what's left of it anyway. If you see Pericles, tell him I said thank you for another colorful evening.
Oh, Jesus, that's a lot of EXP.
Ah, the Mystios from the ostracism. Let's talk later.
Alright, now what I need to do is head up the stairs. Yeah, he's up there. And I'm not going to that goat fucker for information. I refuse. Alright. Maybe if I was playing oh, I can't fucking free run up there. But it says he's up there. How do I go? Oh, do I really have to go? Oh. Oh, I really have to go get oil for the goat fucker. Oh, no.
I was just about to come find you. Clearly, you were thinking the same thing I was.
After your display earlier, it's probably safer I get the oil.
Obedient, too. I knew I liked you. Don't take too long.
I'm gonna grip it and twist. Get the oil. Should be in the kitchen. Oil.
Just can't stay away, can you? Did you bring the oil?
You've grown up in Pericles' home, and yet you're so Different.
No one is like Pericles. And he's only slightly more serious than usual, too. Athens is under siege, and he worries for her future. Which is why tonight is a fine time to celebrate what may be our last taste of freedom.
When you walked in, you seemed like you and Socrates were,
How I wish you were right. One day we will have that man in here with us. I promise you that.
I come bearing gifts.
We're saved! Today, these women grieved for their sons, and these men worked the wall. But tonight, we forget all of that. Let's have some fun! What do you say? Care to join us?
Nope. Nope. Nope.
Now it's time
Nope.
for you to help me, Ali. I'm looking for someone.
All business right until the end. I like that.
Focus. I'm looking for a woman who fled Sparta a long, long time ago.
Fled Sparta? No one flees Sparta. But let's pretend she did. If she were stupid, she'd be dead. If she were smart, she'd do what Aspasia did. She'd earn her independence. The smartest and most resourceful women I've ever met have been in Corinthia.
Pietera? I've heard they play some sort of role in Corinth, but I assumed it was the same as any other city.
Oh, no. These women are unlike any other you'll meet. A force, and the only ones there with any smarts. Ali! Come back inside! Ooh, the celebration continues. When you reach Corinth, find Anthusa. No one goes in or out of the city without her knowing. Until we meet again, warrior.
Anthusa in Corinth. It's not much, but it's a start.
So, my mother either went to a physician and became like a nurse or some shit, or my mama's a hoe. Doesn't exactly leave me a whole lot of options.
I admit, I'm surprised to see you here, but everything has a price, as you said. I can't help but wonder what price you paid to gain entry to the symposium.
Keep wondering.
You really intend to use this young destruction to avoid the point being argued?
You've been arguing a single point all night and no one has a black eye? You have my attention.
We're discussing the nature of rulers. Where better to do so than here? I'll ask you the same question I asked Thrasymachos. Would you agree that the act of ruling is an art?
It is an art, as all worthy undertakings are. That is not up for argument.
Yet, medicine is for the betterment of the patient, and not the physician. Carpentry improves the building, not the builder. Then, is the art of ruling not for the betterment of the ruled rather than the ruler?
Don't be absurd!
See, that's an interesting point. But to counter that point, the better an artist gets, yes, the more beautiful their paintings get, but also the more that artist's life improves as he makes money, fame off of his art. All right, the art is kind of like an investment. It's an investment in the skill, which then invests back in your future. A doctor who's amazing at medicine becomes famous for their knowledge in medicine. Master craftsmen, they are famous for their craft, and their craft is beautiful for their practice of it. Therefore, a ruler who's incredible at ruling would not only benefit the people under him, but himself for that same reason. The people would love him. That being said, a shitty artist who uses their art improperly, like, say, the whole charity donation schemes going on in America right now, their art does not improve, but their life does because of the people who aid them in it. A more clear example are rulers who rule and improve their own lives without improving the lives of their ruled. People like that benefit wildly, but the city under them crumbles, which eventually leads to the crumbling of the people they rule. A good ruler would ensure that the city, the people, benefit far more than him, because the moment the people prosper, they're going to want to keep electing you. They're going to want to keep you in power because the people are doing well. You're loved. And then as people become more wealthy, you can start to do things like increasing tax rates. You can start to do, because they're still prospering, so they don't mind paying a little more because they still have everything they need. And with that extra money, you can build yourself up. You can build up the community more. You can build up the roads more. It's just, you know, not all rulers are unjust. The best rulers become wealthy, famous, and powerful because the people they rule over are wealthy and well taken care of and happy. But I feel like what he's getting at is that rulers are unjust.
I've seen enough of the world to know that there are no just rulers. Even Pericles is self-serving.
Is a Spartan general who brings order to his troops, thereby saving his own life, self-serving? I'm not sure that's the case.
Ruling a city and fighting in battle are different things.
By practicing the art of war, doesn't the general guarantee some of his troops a ferry ride to Hades, when a swift retreat would save all their lives?
That's an interesting point. I mean, yeah, every fight you're going to risk losing men. But if you keep giving ground, you keep retreating, eventually you're going to be backed into a corner where you can no longer run. And at that point, you'd have given the enemy so much ground that they could just siege you to death. And they would have all the ground in the world, or the enemy would be stretched so thin and your forces would be built up so much you could attack back. There's so many ways that situation could play out. You could retreat to regroup, but even then you'd still have to fight and lose people. There's no way to fight without losing men. But if you never fight, you cannot win. So yeah, everyone will be alive, but you will lose. So
You just said a general isn't self-serving when he brings order to his troops. Then you said he is self-serving because retreating would save the lives of his men. What are you trying to say?
I never tried to say anything.
But you just said those things.
I said the words, but I didn't say anything at all. I only attempted to gain your view on the matter.
I'm
wasting your time.
Punch him in the face.
Aspasia.
I'm gonna punch him in the face. I'm gonna take him right the fuck out.
I couldn't help but notice your talent for debate. Well done.
Socrates is an interesting character.
Ah, Phoebe. Pericles has retired to the balcony already, has he? His ability to sneak off and sulk is second to none.
I can go get him, and Alexios can help. Everyone listens when he talks.
That'll be fine. Run along. Alexios will be right behind you. Now, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Aspasia. I had to go to great lengths to cover up your work in Megaris.
Your spies have been watching me. I knew you people couldn't be trusted.
We do what we must to survive, and there's no shame in that. It's how you got here, how I got here. The clothes, they fit you well, I trust.
I'd be more comfortable in these clothes if I had a blade in my hand.
You never really get used to them. It seems we have the attention of the entire room without a single eye being fixed on us. If you'd like to talk, do it now, and do it discreetly.
I've been searching for a woman named Mirini, my mother. I think she may be in danger, and my search brought me here.
What clues do you have to her whereabouts?
A physician named Hippocrates may have seen her in Argos.
He's a
Sorry
good
about that,
man.
my phone's going
If you
off.
find a woman named Agathi there, do let her know Aspasia sends her regards. What else?
Alcibiades gave me the name of a woman in Corinth.
I'm sure he did. My dear friend, Anthusa, is the only one I know who's enjoyed a life in Corinth through legitimate means. Mostly legitimate, anyway.
That's all I have.
There is another option. In a former life, when I needed something done or someone found, I contacted a friend. An admiral of a sort.
What's his name?
Her name is Xenia. When we last spoke, she was in chaos. A word of caution. When you go to her, be on your guard. Sea life makes a monster out of most people.
Thank you, Aspasia.
When you're done, return here. Together, we will find who you're looking for. Now do me a favor and get Pericles to come down here.
Boom. Level up. Did not mean to be in that tiny room. Ooh, boosted fire damage! Fuck yes. Alright, Pericles. You get the fuck out here. I'm coming up. And there's nothing you can do to stop me.
Alexios!
I didn't send for you. No matter how you've dressed for my party, Phoebe shouldn't have let you in.
Phoebe did nothing wrong. Aspasia asked her to let me in.
Of course she did. I can't say I'm thrilled about going down and speaking to everyone.
Well, quit being a bitch and hiding out here.
Guest. If you join Herodotus and me, that should be enough for her, don't you think?
You really don't want to go downstairs, do you?
When your days are spent speaking in front of crowds, you begin to crave these moments of silence.
Or as silent as I let it be, at least.
I understand that.
Phidias was awaiting trial, but you had me get him out of Athens. I figured you, of all people, would want to follow the law.
Phidias is a very dear friend. I didn't want to risk him being found guilty. And of course, there were other threats.
So you knew?
I know he's delusional, but one day when you have a friend you'd do anything for, you'll understand.
Yeah, Phoebe.
I don't understand why you had Anaxagoras ostracized. Socrates said he was your friend.
I won't risk the lives of those close to me if there's something I can do about it.
So you did this to protect him?
Yeah, get him out of Athens.
Anaxagoras understood my fears. 10 years may be a long time, but at least he'll be safe.
He'll be safe out of Athens.
Why send Metiochos to the fishing district if it's dangerous?
I would never have sent him into danger willingly.
It seems you have many loyal friends.
My people are important to me.
Your life is in danger.
Yes, Herodotus was saying. This cult doesn't worry me. I have my life threatened by far worse people every day. My true concern is Athens. I fear for her future.
Well...
The Spartans aren't your real concern, Pericles. The cult is coming, and they're bringing their strongest weapon,
Listen to him, Pericles.
Yeah,
The
she
Spartans
decked
are
me the
immediate.
fuck out.
A cult's threat is ambiguous.
I'm related to one of the cult members. And I believe her when she says they're coming after you.
Sound counsel to consider. I'll be sure to let my men know, regardless.
Aspasia sent me to see what's taking you so long.
Tell Aspasia I'll be right there. I suppose this is where our conversation ends. Thank you again for helping me. I hope my guests are able to help you in your search.
Time will tell.
My, that was a long fucking mission. Oh, and it's not over yet. Alright, well, I'm gonna end this one the moment I get out the fucking door. Because this has taken a while. Sorry about that.
You look tired.
Only of conversation. I think that's the most talking I've ever done.
See? You didn't need the weapon after all.
I would have much rather had one.
I've had enough Athenian hospitality to last me a lifetime.
You get used to it. It's nice. What are you going to do now?
I'm gonna go to
There's a
Corinthia.
woman in Corinth I'd like to talk to.
I've heard about that place from Alcibiades. He says you don't go there to talk.
Alcibiades says a lot of things.
He sure does.
Phoebe, promise me to never go into a room with him. Greece was kind of iffy on their age of consent, so just promise me to never go into a room with him. Just then I'm gonna have to come back and kill him.
Beg to come along this time.
Nope. I'm happy here. And this isn't Kefalonia. That means you'll be back.
That's very true.
Probably shouldn't
Plus,
tell her
I
I've
really
been
like
to
working for
Kefalonia.
She says she has a mission for me.
I'll see you soon, Phoebe.
Yeah,
Bye,
really shouldn't
Alexios.
tell her that I've been to Kefalonia. Alright. Well, I'm going to end this one here, guys, and I will pick it up here shortly. In the next one, we are going... whoa. Argolis, the south. It is south of the Bloody Oracle. No. To find a girl. And the Island of Misfortune. No, my friends. My dear sweet buddy boos. What are all these? Support quests. No. We're doing this one. This is what's going on when we reconvene. I'm gonna journey all the way down here. So it's a bit of a sail. So I'm gonna do it off camera probably. Bye everybody.